everybody. It is your faves from most sensuous, voluptuous, to vivacious and most powerful wine taster of all time. It is me, Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
Ooh, and I'm Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you are now watching Just the Sip, where we come and give you a little taste throughout the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays before we give you the big gulp every Sunday. And as always, friend, gotta ask, how is life tasting for you?
Life at first was tasting like Benadryl and NyQuil and Robitussin, and that's what it was tasting like at first. But I feel much better now. Thank you, everybody, for your well wishes. I'm much better. Caught a little head cold after the Cigars and Cabernet event, but I'm better now, and going to be doing the, excuse me, MBWA. Sorry. So yes, Women Business Women's of America Association.
Business women
Yes, American
of
Business Women of
America.
America. Yes. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, I'm happy to be here with you, friend. How's life tasting for you?
Yeah, life is tasting, pretty medium, what I'm saying, medium body, not, not a lot, what I'm saying. Had a great day with the parent, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
What I'm saying? Got treated to a nice lunch today and
Nice.
yeah, just had a good day.
Have for
Still
lunch.
need to cook.
What'd you have for
Other
lunch?
than, we went to Firebird, which is a nice, like moderately priced little nice little date night steakhouse type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't
Mhm.
feel like, you don't feel like you broke yourself. But we
Yes.
went, of course it was lunchtime when we went. So had their summer sizzler sensations or whatever they call them, I don't know. But I didn't read all the way. See, this is what happens when you don't read all the things all the way through because there was some sort of peach glazed pork chop
Mm.
business and some Chile mac and cheese business. I was like, damn it.
Mm.
I should have got that, but I didn't see it. I didn't read all the way down. But
Oh.
I got the garlic butter steak and frites, and that was the first time I had a steak where it did not need sauce. Like
That's
the
nice.
garlic butter was enough. You know
Mm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Cooked well, And I thought that it was already going to be sliced up. No, they just maybe a nice little piece of steak, child. I was like, oh, okay, I feel nice and fancy
Yes.
cutting my stuff up. So yeah, yeah.
I'm
Had a
gonna have
good
to
day.
give
Had a good
me
day.
I'm gonna have to give me a little steak when we go out to Monty's dinner. Shout out to Monty, it's her birthday last
In
week.
Leo
Yeah, Libra.
season.
Them fiery Leos. We're gonna be turning up. We're gonna be at the rooftop. Well, I don't know now, but I know it's gonna be rooftop involved. So super
Yes,
excited about that.
rooftop, and then maybe a little Afro beat. I don't know.
Yeah,
We gonna
we'll
see
see.
where the night take us.
So for our first sip
Ooh,
of the
excuse me.
evening, bless you. Don't start, baby.
Thank you. No, it's
No, just messing. For the first thing I forgot to mention, apparently, there's a little versus a brewing. There's a
okay.
versus a brewing.
I wanna just stop right here because this has not been officiated.
Right.
This
It
is
has it.
this is
Niggas
giving
just doing shit.
me no, it ain't just niggas doing this. It's Donnell doing shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
because
true.
this is giving me very much Ti 50 Cent situation where
Oh.
one person is calling out their man, I want you, chump. And I ain't heard shit from Joe. I ain't seen a liked tweet. I
Joseph.
ain't seen a repost. Baby, all I see is tumbleweed. I ain't
Okay.
seen nothing. So,
Joseph,
I
honey,
mean,
you ain't
Timberland
everybody
ain't
right.
said nothing. Swiss Beats ain't said nothing.
No, child,
Trilla ain't said
I
nothing.
looked on the Versus Instagram account and they was like, y'all know something we don't? I cried. I was like, for real though.
Yes, because it's like, hey, yo, don't. You saw how that went, and then also how that looks, it looks desperate. Like you need a check. Is it
Bitch.
like, you know what I mean? Like
I was
for you
ready,
to be
bitch. I
calling out
wanna
like,
know. I wanna
oh,
know.
well, you know. And this is no slight to Donnell Jones, like at all. Like Donnell Jones got bops, but I just admittedly, I am more Joe than Donnell. I don't know a lot by him. I'm hoping that it's a YG situation where you'll just start playing shit. I'm like, oh, and I feel like
Yeah.
that might happen with
Yes.
Donnell,
Yeah.
but I know that won't happen with Joe. There are songs I'm actually like looking forward to.
Yes.
And let's be clear, Joe's bag is deep. Pause. Okay? Deep. All right?
All right,
This
Auntie.
man this man has listen, because I don't know and I don't need niggas making memes out of me. So his writing bag is very deep. And
Mm.
people listen, I've gotten into many girls wanted to fight with me in the streets about if R. Kelly was not disgraced, if we're just talking about male R&B, people that wrote shit for other people, his for other people, it was Joe. And people
Oh,
thought
here's
I
some
was,
pedophiles in a minute. Sorry.
but it was Joe. And people thought I was crazy. Thought I was like, nah, man, like, it's like Joe walked so Tank could run. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like Joe was Tank before it was a thing. Like very
Yeah.
quietly in the back, just right. Like the songs he wrote for John B, the songs he wrote for Case, the songs that he wrote for the fucking the what in sync or not in sync, but 98 degrees. Like the nigga that wrote, he got songs. Okay, he got Bobby T. Brandy. Let me tell you, the Angel in Disguise came on today while I was with my mom while we was driving, and I had a
Oh.
whole concert. And all you hear is Joe, all up and
Mhm.
through them backgrounds. He wrote that. He literally said, "Here, Brandy,"
There you
like he gave
go.
her the song. So no, like Joe,
Yes.
love, I love me some Joe. So I'm like, I don't know, but the fact that Joe is said, not a damn.
That says a
Not a
lot.
damn.
That says a lot.
So,
Well, I don't
I
know. It
hope
may
it
not be.
happens.
Yeah.
Maybe it
Fingers
would be
crossed.
nice.
Fingers crossed.
You know,
But in other news, it is hip hop day. So shout out to hip hop. I'm a little sad because I don't have like a real way to like search the hip hop songs like I wanted to do. But at least shout out to that. I mean, shit, where the fuck would we be without hip hop? Honestly, if hip hop never became a thing, I just want bitches to give us the respect. Do you know? Do you know? Sorry, okay. But do you know like
no, that's real.
how deep hip hop is in everything, in the movies, in the fashion, in the commercials? I be getting so
You
pissed.
you cannot sell anything without an 808 anymore.
Yeah, I
You
do.
can't sell anything without a drum machine. You can't sell anything without like a little hi. You can't sell anything without just a little dash of urban. It's like it's just gonna make it just a these motherfuckers literally treat us like Lowrys. They just try to put us, shake us on shit.
Girl.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
exactly. Just
yeah,
just a
and
little
I guess I
sprinkle.
would make hip hop a Leo as well too, because today is today's the birthday of hip hop, and
Makes
it
sense.
all started because also let's be clear, hip hop started off for the children because this all started off as a back to school event. He said, "I just want to throw a little back to school shindigamaroo for the children that have been, hyping me up all summer. Out when listening to me play these records outside, people grabbing the mic and, let's celebrate the black youth, and turned into a multi-billion dollar corporation that hate it or love it is great, has done a lot of positive, a lot of negative, what hasn't, we try to take the good, you know. Listen, we've already declared that the party has died. We're watching the party die. Folks is just just going out sad. And honestly, it's for the best because hip hop needs a reset. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is, menopausal. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is going through the change. Hip hop is 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop titties don't sit up as high as they used to.
Yeah, no,
You know?
she's seasoned. You know, she
You
got
know what I'm saying?
grace.
She
You
got all these
know, she
motherfucking
might got a
kids out
reading
here.
glass. Yeah,
You know what I mean? She can still do it. She's still dipping and do it.
yeah.
But
No, she's still very much here.
she's
Okay,
very much in the
she's
mix.
still
But
very much in the mix.
she needs a eat, pray, love. She needs to go through a cycle. And I think she is. I think she's going through a cycle, trying to shed out some skin, There's gonna be
Yeah,
times, you get a little ache, a little pain, you know what I'm saying? You feel the rain coming through your knee joint. It happens. It happens. But
it does.
thank you for what you have done, hip hop, for what you have given us, for the lives that you have given and taken away. They were impactful for the time that they were here. And through you, hip hop, they will live on forever. So round of applause for hip hop. Round of
Round of
applause for
applause
hip
for hip
hop.
hop. We love you, hip
Happy
hop.
birthday. We do,
Thank
we do.
you.
When and the one your real children, we the one we be in the streets. We be trying to fight for you, mama. We be trying to protect you, mama. You know what I'm saying? They be just, I used to love her is such a great. That's why I used to love her is such a great metaphorical song about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So shout Common.
You know, shout out to Common. Shout out to Jay Z. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to who's another one? Q Tip. Shout out to Ice Cube. Shout out to Wu Tang. Shout out to shit Kendrick. Shout out to motherfucking. I'm going to say Beyonce, nigga. Fuck that. I don't care. Shout out to. I don't care. Ja Rule. Shout out to fucking 50 Cent. Shout out to who's some motherfucker? Shout I know I'm Snoop. Shout out to Snoop. Okay, shout out to Adu. Okay, Adu's gonna join our Patreon. Shout out to Adu.
Hey, what up? Yes.
So who else we got? Shout out to Erica Badu, Queen Latifah, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, bitch. Who else we got?
Salt and Pepper,
Salt
Moni
Pepper.
Love.
Oh, who
Oh,
else?
and ultimately Roxanne Shante, because without her, and honestly, without her, we wouldn't even have Nas. Nas famously
Shout
tells
out
a
to Nas.
story. Famously tells a story about like he young up and coming and how she basically picked that nigga up by the collar and said, if you don't do something with your rapping, I'ma fuck you up. Those were the actual words. I'ma fuck you up. And he said, I was so scared of her. He said, I knew I better had. And that's why I say hip hop is the mother. That's why I say hip hop is the mother, nigga. Why I say that? I know y'all don't like it.
She is a huge star. She is a huge son. You know, there's so many folk. I mean, you know, Kanye West. There's people that we have had to put in time out, but we can't negate what the fuck, you know, they've done for the culture, for hip hop. You know,
Yeah,
just Remy Ma, Fat Joe, Lee with it, Rock with, like that whole shit. It's just so much. I love
yeah,
hip hop. I really wish. I really hope for the best. I hope that we do a nice little pendulum swing or we're able to bridge the gap because that's really what the problem is. That's not just the problem in hip hop. It's not just the problem in black excuse me, black women and men relationships. It's not just the problem with the young and the old relationships in black culture. We don't respect each other. We don't respect each other. The young don't respect the old don't respect the young, the men don't respect the women don't respect the men. It's just everybody disrespecting. And I just wish that we could get to a place. Obviously, hip hop has its, you know, place for disrespect and, you know, shots and tea and negative and just toxic shit, right? But we family. And so we have to still have a code. And I would love for us to get back to a code. I would love for us to get back to original. Original. motherfucking music. So shout out to hip hop. Happy Hip Hop Day. You know, I'm gonna go. Hold on. Let me go. Let me pull up me little thing.
Hey, hey. Well, while you doing that, speaking of hip hop, I came across it wasn't like news, but I felt like it was worthy since we're talking about hip hop because we have to talk about one of our grand elder statesmen of hip hop, LL Cool J. Okay, when I tell he like there was Curtis Blow and then LL Cool J. Like when you think of like the biggest crossover rap stars, the very first ones, like pop crossover, it was them two for sure. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to
But then
LL. Okay, the
LL Cool
ladies
J,
love Cool J.
okay, Nick, it's like him, Ice Cube, and Ice T are so goaded and famous that motherfuckers don't didn't even know that they rapped. Okay, these motherfuckers just thought they was just making movies and was on TV forever. They don't know that they was killing niggas, beating niggas up, selling drugs and all sorts of shit 30, 40 years prior. Okay. Now it's, are we there yet? And, NCIS and SVU and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's,
Right.
get that
Yeah.
check for yourself. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not saying they tap dancing, but I'm like, these niggas got jobs. They
I
got a
mean,
regular,
they
they
said
got
that
a
music money not very long.
it's
Okay.
slow, baby. It's slow and it's low. Okay. We ain't got time for that. Okay. Uh-oh. No. Okay.
Sorry.
Is it
Yeah.
dying?
No, I'm good. It
Okay.
was
All
paused.
right. Okay. So yeah, but LL Cool J was recently on the Joe Budden podcast, and
Oh.
they brought up, speaking of beeps and toxic things, LL Cool J was, it wasn't really a beef per se. It was more kind of like, who the fuck you talking to? It was a straightening, if you
With
will.
who?
Cannabis. So there was a up and coming rapper at the time. This is when Double XL and the Source still mattered. This is when unsigned hype was a thing. When it had the internet, a nigga really had to like go through the jungles and the channels to get noticed, so somebody can listen to their motherfucking mixtape and put them on and put them in a publication. So niggas be like, "This the new nigga, right?"
Yeah.
So Cannabis did all that hard work and he climbed to the top and he made his way on a very famous guest verse on 4321, which is LL Cool J, Method Man, Redman,
Shout out to Method.
and
Shout out to Redman.
DMX and Cannabis.
Next. Yeah. Okay. Right. Rest in peace. Rest
Girl,
in
when I
peace.
when I when I tell you, like I think him and Rick James, when they died, it really made me sad and mad because these were two people that were like recovering and trying to get their lives together and they wanted to come back into music. And right before they came back to the music, they fucking died. And I'm just like, I thought you were bad at damn it. Anyway, RIP
Some
DMX.
power.
Earl, RIP Earl, fuck that shit. So anyway, song is great. Everybody killed their verse naturally. Cannabis made a reference to the microphone that is tattooed on LL Cool J's arm. And in retrospect, it wasn't even that bad of a line, but people, the egos and the things, right? I'm paraphrasing the line, but basically it was just like, hey, LL, let me get that mic off your arm and so I can show how to bomb, da da da. Like, it was like that, right? And so LL Cool J did not take kindly to that line. So he made Cannabis redo his verse.
Uh
And not only did he make Cannabis redo his verse, he, on the same song, put his response to the verse on the song.
Wow.
Even explaining this in retrospect is like, damn,
Yeah.
that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, it's like, because elder statesmen, respect, like you say, young people don't respect
What
old
Nicki
people, old
be
people respect young
doing?
people. Who said that? I don't know who said that. Yeah, so like you said, young not respecting the old, oversized not respecting the young, whatever. And just taking shit, blowing shit out of proportion. And so he apologized for that on the Joe Budden podcast. But the comments, honey, comments, of course,
They lit
were
him
not
up.
kind. Yeah, because of course niggas that was old enough to be there was like, when I said this shit back in the day, niggas said I was hating on LL, and this is I said it was a bitch move, then this, that, and the other. And then, like you said, like I just said, with the 2026 eyes, for again, for people that don't know him as a rapper and
Mhm.
that don't love hip hop, but they love artists. There's a difference.
There is.
uh, they're also in the comments like, yeah, that's some bitch shit, this, that, and the other. I mean, there were a few sensible takes about it, but that was either side of the spectrum. Majority of people was on.
Right.
So I just want to just anecdotally just give my 2 cents about that.
Wow.
Yes, in hindsight, nigga, now why you do that? Because it's one thing. It's one thing to have a problem with it. It's another thing to make the nigga redo his verse. It's
Yeah.
a whole nother thing to respond to the diss on the same
The first.
track and you made the nigga take it off of there.
Yes,
Like
that was crazy.
there's no back and forth, you know what I'm
No.
saying? Because the one sensible take I had was like, yeah, because he should have just left it on there so the people could decide.
Understand. Yes.
Yeah. Not,
It,
yeah,
it's
no,
it
because we understood
sounds
at that time. But yeah, you could just let the people decide. Because now when you do it like that, then that's how people get this as like a rumor backstory type of shit, right? So it's
it,
like you didn't clear up the narrative, nigga. So people had to make it up. You know what I'm saying?
it sounds
So
like ego. That's
oh,
what
it
it.
definitely was, and that's what he said. He said all the things.
Yeah.
When you're older, you realize
Yes.
this
Yes.
is shit, da 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 da,
Good
whatever.
for him for reflecting. Good for him
Yeah.
for growing
Yeah.
up and maturing because you still look young. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for not acting that way.
hmm
You know,
Well, I will say it done caught up to him like in this
a little bit
area.
in that. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little baggy, but he still
No,
tries
no,
to.
not baggy. Like he has the chipmunk effect. So like it's very full. I
Mm.
can't. It's like I can't describe it. It's like the eyes get lower and the cheeks get fuller as
Um,
they get older. Cause Nas is kind of doing that too. Like I don't know. I can't explain it.
hip
They
hop
still look
is
good, but it's like like how men be like I could tell in the neck, or I could tell in the hands. That's
Mhm.
how you can tell age. Besides gray, but that's how
Yeah,
you can really tell age. Is like here, here, and here. It just hold the weight distribution of the face holds different.
yeah,
Especially if you were a man that had a chiseled face, it
yeah.
just looks. I don't
Starts.
want to say bloated because that's not kind, and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like that ain't
he's
what I'm
not. He
trying to
doesn't
say,
look bloated. Yeah,
but it
but
just
I know
looks
what you
it's
mean. It looks full.
full.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, but any day,
Still.
yeah,
So, let's just go ahead and just take it to the deep dark for a second because then we can end up on a lighter note.
yeah, because you gonna have to hold my motherfucking hand and explain this to me because now granted I ain't really been tapped in because I've been out all day. I'm quite sure if I would have went to the YouTube street, somebody would already had their think piece about it. I'm sure once I get off of here, I'm gonna see plenty of think pieces about it. Do you have like maybe a clip you can show where he is saying
If
this?
I wasn't going to be dealing with all this extra ass technical shit, yes. But I don't even think I can share my screen. I can't. Yeah, anyway, I'm not even about to try to figure it out. So basically, Funky Dineva, we know him as the commentator. I forget what show he was on, but he always got something to say, especially about the housewives. So if you're a real housewives watcher, then you know who this
You know
person
that
is. Um, Basically, I don't know what prompted this discussion, but it was about a 3-minute clip where he was discussing how he just feels badly for the person who wakes up one day and realizes they are attracted to children. Not for the people, he doesn't feel bad for people who act on the urge. he just feels badly for the person being in that position because it's a heavy cross to bear. This is his words. And that basically him knowing that he was born gay, that he understands just feeling that um level of shame or whatever, wanting to hide it and not excuse me, not being able to control it rather. And so he said again, he said a million times, he was like, this is not about the person that does harm to kids. This is not about the person who acts on it. This is just about the person who wakes up one day and recognizes they are attracted to. And then he said 11-year-olds. And I was just like, okay, we don't have to go that far.
We
Anyways,
have to put
not
a
to
number
say
on
that
it.
he is, I was just like, as soon as he said it, my face just crunched up and I was just like, ugh. Anyway, my thoughts on this are this. At the end of the day, like while I have the level of empathy to grasp what he's talking about, the problem that I have though is because then if we start to feel bad for them, then we need to start to feel bad for murderers, and then we need to start to feel bad for people who, you know, rape old people, or start to feel bad for people who are fucking, horses and shit. Like it just starts to get to a point where it's like, okay, well now see, now we just gotta feel bad for everybody. No, I can feel badly for gay people. I get that because you are of sound mind, body, adult dealing with another adult, and you shouldn't have to deal with this type of scrutiny. They do. They do. And it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
fine.
It really is.
Okay.
And I'm not even the type of bitch that's like, oh, kill him, or oh, shock therapy. I really feel that they need to go and find help and be shamed into wanting help and be shamed into figuring out how the fuck they can change that. Because again, it is just a whole different situation for me because of the fact that with homosexuality, LGBTQI, all that stuff, again, that stuff, we are adults when we're at the end of the day, whatever, even if you're a child and you're attracted to a younger whatever in your age group and this, that's again, it's not this. It's not a place of, and why are you attracted? You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't even want to get into all that, but these children, there's just no room to have some sort of feelings I don't want to say empathy because they're all people, but it's just like again, the shame. I'm okay with that. I think that we need to get back to that. Shaming people because bro, like that's really a shame. Not saying you gotta die, whatever. Again, if you're not acting on it, cool. If you are, we you might need to get up out of here. I mean, because you ain't doing something ain't right. So anyway, girl, I was just like, I don't know what made him say these things, but I really feel like you could have kept it to yourself. If I'm going to be honest, I really feel like you could have kept that to yourself. And I hope that nobody takes advantage of you in that regard. They know that you kind of, cool, not cool with it, but you understand them.
You're empathetic, sympathetic to their plight or whatever. Okay, so okay. Now, where I believe this conversation stemmed from for him is I do the other day remember seeing one of his thumbnails where he's criticizing the star situation.
And that was the thing that confused me. I'm like, didn't you just go the fuck off on Star? He just went the fuck off on her because of the allegations that are against her. And I'm like, you literally was just because he basically said what I said, which was like, nigga, everybody waiting for somebody in the community to get caught with something like this. So why the
And
fuck?
that and I guess and that's also why I'm confused for him to make that correlation in what you just said, because it's like the community has fought very long and hard for their sexual orientation to not be listed as a mental illness. Being gay used to be listed as a mental illness, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. Like people thought you were actually certifiably insane or crazy because you wanted to be with somebody of the same sex, which is not the same of wanting to be with somebody of a younger age. Because unfortunately, the PDF shit is gay, straight, like I've said before, just men's poor sexual discipline across the board in different facets. This is what happens when male deviancy and over sexualization of any form happens. This is generally what happens, and the people who pay for it are usually the kids in all these situations. So that's where my thing is like, this is not only pedophilia is not only a problem with the LGBT community, it's also a problem with the heterosexual community. Like people just prey on kids.
Both
So yeah,
sexes.
that's what I'm saying. So people prey on kids, period.
Yeah.
So for him to wrap this
Real bad.
empathy up under the guise of using his own sexuality, because see, this is the thing, like this is where the like internal the self-hate shit people be talking about, because like you still in order for you to even say some shit like that, you still harbor anti-gay shit. You still harbor internalized homophobia. You still harbor that what you and another man do is inherently bad and nasty. No, when a person wants to go out of their way to copulate with somebody who is a half or less half under their age, that is not the same as you and another grown adult who has a fully formed fucking frontal lobe that wants to engage in sex acts. Now, the sex acts you engage in may be risky. They can be judged. Those might be questionable. But at the end of the day, it was still two adults that did that shit. It wasn't an adult that coerced a child or felt that a child was coming on to them, and they couldn't help it. That ain't the same shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like a drug addict where like there's actual substance abuse that is chipping away at the decision making parts of your brain, like alcohol or some sort of hard drug does. No, this is more than likely a person who was also groomed and or molested, assaulted when they were a child, and then they just ended up doing what happened to them. Or they just fucked up. Those are literally the only two reasons you can be a pedophile. Like there was some sort of mental break. Like if you look at the case with David, him being homeschooled, him not having any like real any valuable human interaction with people his age, and then being able to slip off into the darkest parts of the internet and start rewiring his brain to where he became dead inside and insensitive to things, and where he didn't see any problem talking to an allegedly at the time 11-year-old girl and allegedly murdering a 13-year-old girl and getting her pregnant, and like that's where his pedophilia stemmed from. But it always comes from a place of trauma. This is not you having genuine loving feelings towards another adult human being. So for him to even try to wrap that shit up like that, and it takes the community so many steps back. You are now, and then honestly, I don't know if if what he's saying was a part of that Star video or probably in response to the Star video because of probably backlash or whatever. And so, because again, this is just a clip. This is just a clip. So hopefully, watching the thing in its totality, he's still on the stance he was with Star, but maybe trying to do the commentary journalist thing of empathize, throw some bail.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
hope.
it's giving. That's what it's giving because again, he kept reiterating how this is not about people who do them harm. People who do harm, fuck them. They not, we
But
not
it's
going for
not
that.
even that though, because if like I know if a person is racist, just because they may not act on it today, I can't guarantee that they won't ever act on it. When you have a mental illness such as that, where the only thing rational to you is irrational shit, you know what I'm saying? There might be that break one day. We're like, fuck it, I can't take it no more. This little girl's too beautiful. This little boy is too handsome. I gotta try it. I gotta go for level. What's to say that didn't happen? That ain't what happened with Star. You know what I'm saying? Probably fought it off
Exactly.
as long as she could, but that boy was just too fine because her whole shtick had always been boy crazy, thoughts, wild, ratchet, be like young and even in trans women, if you don't get that attention early, if you don't feel affirmed early, you're going to act out. You're going to seek that validation wherever, and you're not going to grow up. You're going to be mentally arrested, developmentally arrested in that teenage brain to where you're 30 something years old, but you don't see nothing wrong talking to nobody who's 17,
R.
18.
Kelly.
You know what I'm saying? These are people that trauma stopped them, stunted them right there. And I don't see speaking of that, I'm talking about I don't see nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But to even be slightly empathetic to pedophiles is not even that's not the move.
We
That is
cannot.
not the
We
move. Like
cannot. No,
it's just
no.
not the fucking
Because we
move,
can swing.
bro.
Like you said, then
You
we got to
really
start
could
being
have.
empathetic to racist people. And we got to be starting. No, some of y'all need to be fucking shamed. And like you said, you have a mental illness. This is not the same as the community because that is not a mental illness. That is. And you not getting help or some having some sort of therapy or some sort of something to help you get the fuck, grow the fuck up, and heal from that, bro.
And how about just going to the grave with shit? How about we just if you never acted on it, you never plan on acting on, how about just shutting the fuck up about it? Because I'm gonna say this once and for all. There is no way to positively advocate for any of that. There ain't no way.
It
There's
just,
no
it's just
way,
not. It's just not.
situation,
No,
story,
no,
financial
no,
hardship.
no,
And there's no
no.
reason why you need to be hunching on a child, prostituting a child,
Doing
okay?
anything
Because
to a child.
anything, giving drugs to a
Anything.
child,
Anything.
none of it. There's no reason to be doing not a
Because
piece of that
again,
shit.
that would be again finding the empathy in killing somebody or just a victim. A victim being a victim. No, we're not doing that. You're done. Okay? Like you said, shut the fuck up. Go
We
get
didn't
your
even know
therapy.
that.
We didn't. And again, I don't know. Fuck it out either. Maybe you felt because whatever with the Sydney Star situation that you had to come out and say that. But I wouldn't have. I would have kept that to my black ass self.
And
I
honestly, I would have let the
would have did
comments
like
make me
Nicki
feel like I had to
Minaj.
make that type of comment or response.
I
I
would
would have
like
went
Nicki
back to the
Minaj.
comments like, bitch, I said what I said. You lucky I ain't say bring out the guillotine in this motherfucker.
Let me not say that because I don't really be that, but it's all good. All right. So, in lighter news, before we get to the chocolate, I thought it would just be real cute to mention. I just love seeing Janae in love. Oh my God, Janae Aiko and Larry June popped out. That was so cute. First of all, Big Sean just did not give me big weed smoker, so I get it. I genuinely get it. If you're in a relationship with a big weed smoker, bitch, you got to be able to match. At the very least, like if you just like, oh no, let me hit it every now and then. And it's one thing to like take breaks or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about nigga. If you can smoke with your nigga, and everybody's still cool. Nobody fall asleep and da da da. You can talk and da da. Y'all in together. Y'all together. So I don't know if that was it, but in my brain, I want to believe that Big Sean just didn't give me Big Smoker, and he couldn't really deal with Janae and her deep thoughts. And I just love how she found love again. After having a baby with this nigga, and it's fine. I'm still outside. I'm still having a great time. I am being loved properly, and that's just beautiful. I'm so happy for them. And, good for Larry. You picked a good one. You picked a good one. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up, Larry. Now, do my girl right. We ain't got time for this. Honestly, she's been through enough. Okay?
Mm, okay.
She's been through enough.
All right.
So, all right.
Um, so I mean, I don't feel any type of way about this. I literally just found out about this like maybe an hour before the show because when I seen it in the title, I was like, eh? And then like as soon as I seen the title, I scroll, and I see
You said the song? You saw their song?
this is very much Tiana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, and I
Oh no, you think so?
oh girl, that
No, no. Hi, Morgan.
girl. Hey, now, I don't mean in the fact of I think this is a PR setup because neither one of them niggas were in that kind of time. So I'm
Right.
not saying in that sense. I'm saying in the sense of the video. You remember it was like, you put the nigga in your video and you're making the song.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like, oh brother.
Now it's about
Like,
to live out there
can't you
forever.
just fuck that nigga in peace, God? Like everybody can't be fucking Jay Z and Beyonce. I don't want couple tracks from all of you niggas. I really don't.
And
Because first and fucking foremost, Larry June ain't even that kind of motherfucking artist. Him and that other nigga that get on my nerves, that monotone, slow rapping ass shit. And now you got this nigga singing. Get this shit out of here, girl. I turned that shit off. So I laughed and turned that shit off so fast. This bitch walking through lavender and shit. I'm like,
first of all, she looks so happy.
you always look happy at the beginning of the bullshit. That's the happiest because you are the blindest bitch on earth at the beginning.
Getting that dick. You
Okay,
getting that dick right now
child,
too.
and it's
I
just
mean,
I did not. I looked upon it with cringe. I wasn't like, ooh, yo, do you? Oh, like this is such a mismatch. Child, you
it
like
was
it, I love it.
it was very different.
It just
And
it,
I didn't
but
really
the
care for the
singing.
song, but I was
It's very much when Megan, my man, my man, my man, my baby, my man. Wrap this shit up, B. Let's wrap this shit up, bro. I don't want no more music from you niggas. I don't want no more. Listen, you already did your 2088. You did it with Big Sean. Now that was a person that matched you musically. He was gonna make music. Fine. But you and fucking Larry June are not a musical match made in heaven. You two niggas musically couldn't be the furthest the fuck apart. You sound a mess together. This shit was silly. Nigga, don't ever sing again.
you have to say.
Please. Don't ever sing. You barely rap. You rap so fucking slow. You
You
barely
so
rap.
loud. That nigga,
And
because
and
that
I,
nigga got that
and then
pussy,
I'm and that's the only
that
positive
butterfly,
and
that pussy fairy.
that's the only positive I can give because that's the same shit I said when Cardi B had fucking Offset
Offset.
on stage dancing. Okay, I said, oh shit.
Okay.
I said
That
she had that
pussy
nigga
fairy.
dancing and they was doing
Look,
a 5, 6, 7, 8. You got this nigga trying to
let me
hit an
tell you.
octave,
Let me
but
tell you.
that's how I know for sure this is gonna be such a spectacular crash. Woo!
I
This
I
this this
my
shit
fingers
goes
are
splash
crossed.
spectacular.
My
This
fingers
shit
crossed.
goes boy
Cause I
the
love it.
you the music that Janae gonna make after she done fucking on this nigga. Y'all are welcome. If we got to sit through this sham of a show, so this girl can ultimately jump out there and do too much because she's a Pisces, she gonna do too fucking much because
What is
all this. Oh,
Larry?
she been
Who is
on
Larry?
the. Honey, let's
What
let's
is
talk about
he?
the multiple brick walls that Janae walked herself into with Sean. She walked herself into a lot of brick walls. That nigga could not have been any further from what she wanted, but that poor Pisces. If I just do enough, if I just love enough, if I fuck him enough, if I did like girl, that's not gonna help you. And you see how that shit went. So
What is
hopefully
Larry? What is
I don't
Larry?
know I don't
Oh,
know. I have no fucking I have no clue. I
oh.
just know
Somebody look it
because
up for us.
I'll be going through the same thing with Clarissa. I'll be going through the same thing with Krishan. Like Pisces women in love, fucking K Michelle. Ooh, Pisces women in love. I wanna shake these bitches bone dry. I
They
just
be
do.
loving
Oh, but
hard,
it ain't even loving hard. It's loving
jumping
goofy.
fast.
It's
Yeah,
loving goofy.
jumping out
That
the
be what because
window.
it's like slow down.
He's
It
an
feels nice.
Aries. Thank you, Morgan.
So wait a minute, bitch. You went and got the same nigga in a different font?
I'm crying.
Big Sean was an Aries.
Oh hell.
Did you not learn, nigga?
Oh hell.
Wrap this shit up, like I said. Let's wrap
And
this
I
shit the
know
fuck
she
up.
knows. She knows better. She knows she asked that man what his sign was and was like, ah, hell no.
She pulled out her cards,
Mm-mm.
all shit. She lit the candles and
I know she did
all that
everything.
bullshit. She
Yes.
sure did, and anywho,
And she said, that's
nigga,
mine.
don't ever sing again. I don't want you niggas on nary a beat ever again together. Never.
How's it
It
go?
was it was a fucking shit show.
I forgot how it
I'm
went.
sorry. I know
That was
that's probably
my
gonna be
song.
another one, but like I wasn't. It just annoyed me. It just annoyed me greatly when I see this shit. I think what really took me out of here was again the singing and her walking through the fucking lavender, and I said,
Baby, you can say my name. And I was any big. Now you feel it real close. Then I am on the way.
and he gonna fuck that pussy. He's gonna fuck that fairy dry, and then she gonna have to flutter away and go recollect herself.
Oh my god, that's my.
Yeah, don't care.
Well, you had sent a video in the group chat about chocolates. I believe in Switzerland.
Yeah, Belgium,
Okay.
up there with the Swedes, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but because again, even though this is just a sip, we are still bound by the duties of the Wines and Chocolate Show. We're always here to give you any news or updates on wine and or chocolate.
Yeah,
This isn't an update, but I felt it was an important discussion because again, we love chocolates, you know what
we
I mean?
do. We do.
So there was a young lady who went on a holiday over there to Belgium. And, of course, she's like, oh, I want to try the chocolates. But, I got to, of course, ruin the vibe. So I had to find out, well, I don't see any cocoa trees or cacao trees. It's not a tropical climate. Well, where are they getting it from? Turns out in Belgium, there's a whole wing to their airport that travels straight to Africa, nonstop flights to Africa. And that's where they get their shit from because slavery. Okay. So there is a old decrepit white man who was burning in hell by the name of King Leopold, who infamously went over there and colonized and killed tens of millions of Africans and natives. And to get this cocoa, and if they did not produce cocoa fast enough, they cut off their hands. And you want to know what little cute chocolate item that they sell in Belgium? Chocolate hands. Yeah, they sell chocolate hands in Belgium. Yeah, yeah. So it
Damn, I
just
thought this was gonna be the lighter story. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
no. I'm like, I thought you
Woo!
watched it, girl. No, that it was not a
I
fun
watched like
video.
half. Yeah, damn.
No, no,
Dang.
you got to finish it.
Sausage hands is insane.
And they
That's
look like prayer
insane.
hands, which is also kind of fucked up.
So they chop off the
Um,
hands of what?
so if you weren't producing enough cocoa, like if you weren't harvesting enough, they would chop your hands off.
Oh my
Which is
god.
counter. This is why racism is a mental illness. That's counterproductive. You would chop off the very item that I need to give you more. I mean,
No, I mean,
America ain't
this.
no better. You know what I'm saying? Because they was at least beating niggas, but they didn't, make sure they didn't kill them because they're like, hey, you need to go back outside. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it was an eye opener about, basically again the history of Europe. All those little countries, whether singular or combined, wreaked havoc through Africa, Asia, and Australia. And it's just like, you can't have nothing, man. You
No,
can't have nothing. You can't do nothing.
can't go
You can barely
nowhere.
want to be something. You can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because then I get another post that comes through my feed about how the Tuskegee Airmen were founded. The Tuskegee Airmen were founded because I don't know this man's name, but he was like a passably white black man. But they figured it out, right? And he got into West Point, and West Point is top tier, premier, like military academy college, right?
Mm,
And so when they found out he was black, they converted a janitor's closet into a room for him, made him stay in that closet until they decided what to do with them, and basically told the entire staff and all the students that he is a ghost. You are to ignore him. Do not speak to him. Do not acknowledge his presence. That man went to a college for 4 years and nobody talked to him. Top three in the class, though, graduated with honors, but nobody talked to him. Said he only failed three subjects, which was dancing, uh I want to say wrestling, fencing, something like that. And like there was another thing. There was three trivial things, but that's because he would have had to interact with people to do those things. So that's why he failed those classes. But anything academic, he passed them. So then and come find out his father was also kind of like a top because his father was a pilot. And also he wanted to be a pilot, but no black pilots, right? So you're going through this school, doing all these things, only to be told, you can't be a pilot. And what, just so he wouldn't graduate from their college, they said, we will give you all your money back. We will help you start a law firm in Chicago. We will pay your way through law school just so you can get the fuck up out of here, right? And
mm-hmm.
he's like, no, I don't want that. So he graduated, whatever. And so the World War II is about to start. Of course, whites are dying. Now they need some qualified blacks or whatever the fuck. Him and his father basically convinced, I think, Eisenhower to, says the only way that you're going to win the war is that you have to treat the military as fair, which means you have to accept everybody, da 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 da, right? And so he's like, you're gonna need some pilots. And so my son, he's a pilot. So all while this is going on, like while he's in school, out of college, all this stuff, they're going to all the HBCUs and they're talking to all these young black men and talking about, this is that, whatever. And like, so getting them all galvanized. So then when that happened, went out there to them colleges, 35,000 young black men came, and about 10 to 15,000 were kept. 1,000 of them were flight, or 1,000 were pilots, but the rest was all crew. And that's how you got the fucking Tuskegee Airmen. It's like at every fucking turn, bro, at every fucking turn, They cut their nose to spite their face. You are losing a war and you still didn't want niggas to fly planes. Like we had to basically tell you like, hey dog. And then, shout out to black people because the fact that the fact the fact that you even still was like, I'm an American. I want to fight for my country. A country that don't give a fuck
Bitch,
about
I could
you.
die, but I want to fly this plane so bad
Before
that
I
I am willing to
die.
risk my life for these bitches. We can only be so grateful. Honestly, we can only be so internally grateful
Like,
to the ancestors
'cause-
because bitch could be me. Could be me. Okay, bitch, the
and it's
fuck?
so sad because those things had like the Negro Leagues and all this shit. It had to happen.
You
It
had to.
had to happen.
You had
Somebody had to
to.
be like, fuck it,
Fuck it.
man.
Let's do it.
We
Double
gotta have
down.
something. Something.
Um,
And if I gotta die, then damn it, so be it. But now we're all too comfortable. Now we're all too lax. We all have
it's so
grievances, but
bad.
nobody's willing to, step up. And then because also, unfortunately, nobody's willing to die. Because unfortunately, that's the gig. You step up, you do your big one, but you're probably gonna have to die. And I fucking hate that. So, somebody had to be Nat Turner. So I'm sure
You know
Nat
what they
Turner knew
waiting
he wasn't
on?
making it out alive.
You know what they
Who
waiting
the
on?
Mom Donnie?
No, no. You know what they waiting on?
What?
They waiting on black women. They waiting on black women to just go ahead, put on the cape. And we're not doing it. We're not doing it, Jesus. We have all stood in solidarity about this shit. And I love that for us. We ain't putting on no damn cape. We ain't flying in no invisible jet. We not straightening out our lasso. We not whipping our hair. We're not doing none of that. Okay, so y'all, you got it,
You've already
and
shown us a billion times over. Nah, we good.
never.
We good. So yeah, fuck that, bro. So we should have always side-eyed any luxury item from Europe because quite frankly, any luxury item from Europe has the blood of a black or a POC person.
And I was
Any
going
and
to go to
every single
Switzerland
luxury
to get me
item.
some chocolate. Never the fuck mind. Never the fuck
Yeah, you
mind.
might as well just go to fucking Africa where they get the
At this
fucking the
point,
cacao beans, bitch. I don't want it from you. And that
at
goes back to the conversation that we was having about all these name brands and all these fashion houses and shit. Same shit, bro. Like all we do is break our necks to uphold some shit that niggas said that we couldn't get. And all we end up doing is making it better by putting eyeballs on it because we fashion it in a way these motherfuckers never thought of. And now we making them more money while they play in our face talking about coolest monkey in the jungle and putting blackface on fucking purses and making shit out of chains and making shit out of nah
rope,
bruh. Yeah. Fucking hoodies with rope around it, bitch.
we're
After
done.
Trayvon Martin, that's what you want to do? Yeah, okay.
Well, let me think. Is there anything else that we want? No, I think that was it. That was all of the things.
No, I sent you two videos. I sent you two things in the chat.
What was the other one?
It was about the ankle monitors.
Oh damn! Hold on. Let me go get my charger. My shit dying. Go ahead and tell the people where I go find my charger.
All right. Well, I guess another ridiculousness. So I'm on the trash bin that is Twitter because I ain't calling it X. Fuck that shit. But I was on Twitter, girl, and I'm scrolling and I come upon like screenshot reposts, and the screenshot is of a Facebook post. I feel like that's important to mention. It's a screenshot of a Facebook post. The Facebook post is a mother, and there's two boys in the picture. And she said some one son had on some KDs, and then another son had on some LeBrons. I love my baby so much, yada yada. But both of these boys are in this picture. First of all, one of them is throwing some shit up. And then, but
Oh,
both of them have on ankle monitors.
yes, yes, yes.
She said these kids are in the
11.
they're in the seventh grade.
Yeah, they're 11 years old or something.
Yeah.
They're
And the fact that they aren't twins and they're both in the seventh grade means somebody got left back. So, that's concerning. That's mad concerning. But of course, there was people still. Again, there are certain things we have to shame. There are just certain things we got to shame, bro. There is no. Why the fuck do you have two preteen children on house arrest? Why are you posting them like normal, regular with they fucking ankle bracelets on? Why are you trying to defend this shit in the comments? Why? Why is any of this shit going on? And then, oh, she's a good mother. Y'all don't know her like that. I'm like, listen, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and the shit that you saying to follow up, because this bitch said all this over some ankle monitors. The fact that you even asked that, you asked it like that, is why them little motherfuckers got on ankle monitors. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with not correcting your children. You don't see nothing wrong with actually being in their lives and making sure that they make better decisions because you don't make good fucking decisions. A lot of these kids, unfortunately, are born trapped and they have to, at an early age, either succumb to the trap or figure out that, okay, all these adults around me, no. I'm gonna have to go figure it out myself. I'm gonna have to go get it out the mud myself. I'm gonna have to just go to school and try to make sure that nothing happened to my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like you putting these kids in these adult ass situations off of pure negligence and then not to find a problem with it. I mean, what's all this over some ankle? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So I just wanted to bring that up, your thoughts, because again, I wish the shit was working out so you can actually bring it up on the screen because I those two things I wanted you to bring up because I wanted the old girl to talk about Belgium for herself. And so you could see just like,
hmm
girl, it just was a mess. It was a
Yeah,
fucking mess.
we had technical difficulties, audience, for those of you wondering why the hell we can't bring it up. Usually we can, but we had today was just some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck was going on. But you know, it's just it's hard because I feel like in certain areas of the world, or excuse me, in this country specifically, I'll say, there's just not a lot of education and wanting to be educated and get better and stuff like that. And that's like, I can see how that's probably just all that they know. You know, my son definitely had some issues with the law and things like that when he was younger. And I definitely feel like the justice system is extra, 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 extra hard on our black boys. So I do have a soft spot for it. I get what you're saying in that the whole acting obtuse about it and like what is the big deal and everything, that nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see any black men, but especially the babies, in no motherfucking ankle monitor or anything that's attached to the criminal justice system because we know what the fuck what that ends up like. So, I saw somebody's post the other day and I'm mad that I can't again, pull up things. But um because then I would be able to figure out the state that this was in. But they posted how there was like a 17% proficiency rate for some of the, like, I think it was fifth and sixth graders, where they weren't able to read at that level. And it was only 17% out of all the black boys at that school, or at in that district, or whatever. I wish I could bring up the actual facts, but it was just like very sad because, again, wherever that is, education is just not um at the forefront of people's minds, and a lot of times because people are trying to survive. Now, what did have me cracking the fuck up, bitch, was the fact that these niggas was not in no pajamas. These niggas was in little button up shirts and all this other shit. So I was cracking up about that, like, damn, well, I guess, what I mean, this doesn't really fit the picture. They all dressed up nice. But so I don't know, the circumstances of this woman, and she shoot hell. People spend hella money on their kids, what they look like, because that is the only thing that they can at least control. Or at least my baby look nice. May not know how to read, maybe steals and whatever the fuck. But shit. So again, I'm not excusing it. It's just very sad and telling to me, where our people are. And everybody has phones, and she wants to post her babies. So that's probably why she felt the need to even post it. And again, just being in this survival, terrible situation. It's just like, I don't know. I just hate it. I hate it. That's terrible. And again, education is so important, because that way you stay out of shit. If you just pick up a book, do your homework, find you something to do, that's productive for your life. And education is always going to be productive. And that's what I tell my son all the time. I'm like, how you kill boredom is curiosity. Start getting curious about some shit. Your boredom go right out the window as soon as you start learning about the moon, or if you start learning how to grow plants, or maybe if you start learning how to, cook, or if race cars, gun. Like, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Long as you're being safe and you are being curious and it's genuinely a passion, that's all you really need to get that all the little neurons to start synapsing and everything like that. And then, maybe we can have another genius on our hands, or another, inventor on our hands, or another, because that's all it is just a bunch of motherfucking energy that don't know where to go because of this terrible system. So,
Yes, I agree. But, you know, I will say this. When you, if you know you don't have the tools, or at least, the basics, at least try to control what you can. I just, I just feel that a lot of the times it just everything is hopeless. And so when you start feeling like everything is hopeless, then you really don't care. You know what I'm saying? And even down to the kids, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, even just for the parents, just to have the awareness, like, okay, system is what it is. We're in a fucked up situation, all these things. But I still have enough wherewithal to be cognizant of, you're fucking up. This is not working for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking about just for like people like this lady on this post. I'm not,
mhm.
because all
No,
this
I get it.
is case by case. But like
Oh,
when that
I
is,
have not, I get that, because that was such
but
a
but
random situation. This could have been very isolated. So I get it. I'm not nowhere
yeah,
near taking offense to it, because I get it.
right. And then the fact that it's both of your kids though, because it's understandable you might have one child, but it's like, okay, no, you're failing your family, because
Mhm.
why are both of your kids on house arrest? Like, that's fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like, you gotta be bigger than the fucking program. Like, these are your kids, bro. These are your
Yeah,
kids.
you got to take
You
accountability.
have to set it up. If you know that you're not that smart, I need to make sure that my baby is smarter than me. I need to make sure that my baby don't go to jail. I need to make like all the pitfalls and the trappings and shit. And that's why I said like the mom herself in this particular situation, her parents like themselves are also people like that. So these are kids are already just being born into some bullshit. You being born with a higher set of adversity. So that's why you put these kids in these adult ass fight or flight situations at 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's unfair as fuck to them kids. Like you're not even trying to give them a fucking chance, bro. Like not at all. Because there's been plenty of mothers who didn't have a pot to piss in, when to throw it out of, and make sure their kids didn't go to jail. Make sure their kids got it. So it's not a real excuse. Like if we all lived in the same hood, why am I'm trying to make sure that my kids don't perpetuate this shit while you just saying I don't give a fuck? It's like
It's unfortunate.
nah.
It's unfortunate all the way around. Like, period. Like you said, everybody got to take accountability. When you're the parent, that shit's happening. It don't matter. Even when that shit happened, when I, my son, I had to go to the motherfucking court dates and be in the motherfucking shit on a Thursday, bitch. When I want to be at home, like, you know. But still, I showed up and hopefully she's doing the same thing. But I think it really just has a lot to do with the fucking education. There's a lack, and that's the problem, and it's systematic. Even with the fact that you said niggas need to have self-awareness at least a little bit, like to help us fight the bullshit. But when you got the people that are the products of this shit, it's just unfucking fortunate.
The deeper hole to crawl out of. For
Exactly.
sure. It can be done, but bitch, ain't you tired?
It,
Like
oh,
that's just kind of what I feel like
yeah.
asking her sometimes, and I'm like, and it creates this whole like anti-black or respectability politics, but it's not even about that. It's just kind of like we've done this already. Like we've been here, done that. We're so hip to the game now, which and that's what pisses me off about shit like this. It's like, come the fuck on, gang. Like, okay,
You
all
would
of this
think. You
you
would
would
think.
think because like I get tired of like yes the white man is to blame, white supremacy is to blame, but a lot of the times y'all are playing the game of you were playing into it. You
Yeah.
are literally playing into it.
Yep.
Nobody told you you had to do any of this shit that's going on around you.
Yeah.
It's a trap. That's
Yeah.
my whole thing. We as a collective still have not said, okay, let's get out the trap. No, what did we do? We embraced the trap and made it into a genre of music. Like at some point, we
That's
have
that's
got
the
to want it.
oxymoron of it all.
It is at some point we have got to want it to not want to perpetuate it because we are the prize. We literally make everything the fuck up. If we all as a collective decided to stop doing shit, the whole world will do it. We sit up here, we talk about how black is powerful and the black dollar and all these things, but it's like you say it, but do you believe it? I don't think you
No,
really fucking truly
they
believe it.
don't. They
Because if you
don't.
really truly fucking believed it, we would stop a
Girl,
lot of this shit.
this world would be upside down if we started believing.
You
It'd
know
be
what I'm
upside down.
saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm very empathetic, but it only goes so far because at some point you gotta want to get out the bullshit. You gotta want to do better for yourself. It's going to be
Exactly.
hard. You're going to lose sleep. You're not gonna have enough money to do the things. Oh well, join the fucking club. You think you the first broke motherfucker? You think you the first motherfucker in poverty? You think you the first motherfucker on food stamps? You the first motherfucker whose lights been cut off and shit? Like let's be real. Let's be
Okay.
real. And there's no
Have
shame
all
in
your
those things
utilities
because
off.
you were doing what you needed to do, but it was still happening. But you always use that as I bet you this shit won't be happening for too much longer. When
Okay.
I didn't want to be in the fucking call center on the fucking phone anymore, bitch, I could have just been complacent,
You could
blowing out
have.
my motherfucking hands
Right.
and fucking the wrists and shit. I could have
Hmm.
been on disability, out
Yep.
collecting a check. I could have been the welfare. I could have been did a bunch of
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say
Could
hell
have
no.
just went off and off myself and just could have did a bunch of shit, bro. But it's something else to live for. It's something bigger than that. This
Agreed.
shit is a trick, bro. Like you, like
You just gotta wake up.
can't nobody make you do shit.
Nope.
Oh God, can't nobody make you do shit. Can't nobody make you join a gang. Can't nobody make you sell drugs. Can't nobody make you strip. Can't nobody make you sell pussy. Nobody can make you do any of these things. You decided to do those things. You finna have a hard fucking life. And you really didn't have to do that. You just take your ass to school like your mama asked you to. Cause let's be clear,
For the
this
reason.
person, this lady was a bird. But there are plenty of other mothers who constantly try to get their children to do the right thing and they don't do it. And then they end up on fucking house arrest. But they're not proudly posting that motherfucker on house arrest though. Cause there's a shame involved because I told your monkey ass not to go outside and do this shit. I'm also not rewarding you with fucking KDs and LeBrons. You lucky, little nigga, you lucky Payless ain't a fucking thing no more, cause that's where the fuck you'd be at. You lucky Kmart ain't a thing no more, cause that's where the fuck you'd be at. Ain't no fucking way. You be wearing pro kids for the rest of your fucking school days, nigga. What are you talking about?
Okay, we be homeschooling. Okay, I'm sorry. But anyway,
I'ma save my
God.
motherfucking money. Huh?
Okay, because these motherfucking goofies is crazy. But anyway, man, thank you, everyone who sat through this whole live today. You know, even with all the bullshit, even with all other bullshit, y'all niggas still came through.
Speaking of bullshit, oh we got one little last bit of
What?
business. Instagram, bring your monkey ass to the front.
Oh, hell no. Babe,
Instagram,
I'm mine.
bring your monkey
I'm so
ass
sick of y'all.
to the who
I'm
do you think
pissed.
you are,
It's
bitch? Who do you
Instagram,
think you are?
YouTube, all y'all. All y'all really on bullshit.
Who do you think made these motherfucking platforms, nigga? It be us. Again, this is like Leopold cutting off the hands because you're not producing enough fucking chocolate. How you gonna ice out the majority of the population that keep this bitch running?
And this one I don't understand. Why make it harder for people to make money? Wouldn't that be the thing to get more people on the motherfucking shit? I don't understand what y'all be thinking. Oh no, we only want certain people to make money. And that's fine, but wouldn't you make more money? Anyway, I'm done. So
Well, and just FYI, Instagram has changed their live policy. You cannot go live from your page unless you have 1,000 followers.
So please, everybody that's watching right now, go watch. If you aren't already a follower of the Wines and Chocolate Show, please go to Instagram and follow us at the Wines and Chocolates Show. Okay, please, thank you, and check out our new website. Woo!
And that was the wines and chocolate show.netlify.app. See
Yes.
us there. Get in touch with us. Send us an email from little dude Icky.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the comments. Shout out to Morgan. Shout out to Adu. You know, shout out to Marsha. I think that's what it is. And Leah, we love you guys. Thank you so much for all the
Thank
love, the
you.
comments. It's been great. The plan is to come back for another sip on Thursday. So y'all make sure you tune in for that. Look for us. We'll have some fun topics for you guys. And then make sure you tune in on Sunday. But let me not get into your part. My bad. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you have had just the sip. And we gonna swig you later, baby. Okay.
Bye, y'all.